Hi everyone, welcome to the HighCarbonSteel channel. My name is Dave and I'm very happy that you're here. We're starting off today by constructing some chopsticks. I grew up eating with chopsticks, so essentially all we need is just a couple of sticks to make that happen. And I'm carving the bark off of these. I'm using the very first higher end bushcraft knife that I ever owned, and that is the Spyderco Bushcraft knife. Still love this thing to this day. All right, there's one. This end's not too bad. Not bad at all, guys. I thought for fun today we would utilize our Svea 123R stove to cook up our ramen noodles. I've been using this for maybe a couple of years now, and I have enjoyed it, but there's some different things I've learned about it, and we will talk about that here today. I found this tree, and then I have a log right next to this tree. I am gonna set the Svea up right in the corner between these two to kind of act as a windscreen for us. I have this little piece of cardboard I made, and this is to keep the Svea off the ground, off the very cold ground, because this thing is very temperamental depending on weather. So this is going to keep it up off the ground. It's just two pieces of cardboard duct taped together and some aluminum foil. So I'm going to set that there, and I'm gonna set the Svea right on top of that. The more that you use these, the better you get at it. There's a bit of a learning curve there. So if I can discuss some of the things I've learned with you, maybe it'll help you out. In the colder weather, it's a bit of a challenge. So I start by trying to get the canister warm. And in this kind of weather, warming it up with your hands doesn't quite do it. When I prime it, I use some different things. I'll use alcohol. What we have here is a little eyedropper full of heat. The yellow heat, and we're gonna fill this little dimple, this little reservoir here. There you can hear the famous roar. So we're just gonna let it warm up a little bit more. Let it get to its peak operating condition. And we'll start cooking. While our Svea 123R is heating up in the background, we have 2 cups of water here and the Canteen cup ready to go. If you listen to the sound of this stove, you can start to hear that hum or that consistent roar of the stove. Once you start to hear that, you know it's reaching its full capacity. So we can throw our Canteen cup on there and get a nice boil going. The wind will play tricks with this and blow the flame around. While the windscreen does work, I don't have an external windscreen with it. I just use it as it is, and I try to hunker down in between some wind barriers here. That's why we have the tree here, and we have the log over there. You can see the key here for your precise flame control. It has a chain, and it's attached. This initially comes with the chain attached to the inside, and I found it a little bit trying to keep threading the key in and out through the holes when I was working on priming the stove. So what I did is I just unlatched it and I latched it to the windscreen itself, so now it's on the outside. When the key is working your flame control, you want to make sure you don't leave it that way, because this gets very hot and can burn your hand. So every time I work with the flame control, I just remove it and drop it down. You don't want to fill the tank to full capacity. I use Coleman's camping fuel. From what I've read and from my experience, the best is to fill it about 2/3 full, okay? I was filling it right to the top, kind of like my Trangia stove. I would fill it right to the top and take it, and it was always ready to go. But with this one, you don't want to do that. Not only that, filling it 2/3 has boiled water for me. I took this tailgating to a Buffalo Bills game here a few days ago, and we boiled several pots or cups of water on one high capacity flame throughout the day. Right here on this side, you might see where the windscreen has a bigger opening. So when I have it between my wind barriers here, depending on which way the wind blows, you might see me turn it. That didn't take long at all at high capacity, and there's our rolling boil. I want to try to give you a view of the precision flame control here. So I just want to get this down to a simmer. You can hear the roar go down a bit. Now we have this little flame here, and that's just gonna work as a simmer for us. I'm gonna take off our canteen cup, throw in our ramen noodles, grab our chopsticks that we made, throw in our flavoring, throw it back on our simmer for a few minutes. The Svea 123R has a self-cleaning needle that if we turn it all the way to the left, the needle comes up through and cleans that out for you. So we turn it all the way to the right to turn it off, and then I'm just gonna go to the left and then to the right really quick and allow that needle to come up through and clean that out. I know that we use the Canteen kit today, but this works really well too. The Weekend HE, the heat exchange, tremendous little set here. I'll take the bigger pot, then I'm gonna throw the Svea 123R right inside of there. I'm gonna take the aluminum cup that it comes with and use it as a lid. Then I'm gonna wrap the bandana over it and take the cup to the Weekend HE cook set here and throw it on. Make sure everything's fit together there. And it goes into my pack just like this. And then our cardboard insulator from the ground, I'll just throw that right into my pack, right in one of the back pockets. If you are not a subscriber to my channel, it's very easy to subscribe. You can either hover over my little avatar down here in the corner, you can click the red subscribe button underneath of this video, or in the description box, I will leave a link that will allow you to subscribe as well. If you have any thoughts or any questions, leave those down below. And finally, in the description box, not only will you find links to the gear mentioned in this video, but you'll also find my social media links. Join me at any of those other platforms, and it'll be great to see you over there too. I hope I was able to give a good revisit of that Svea 123R stove and go over some of the things that I have learned over the course of time in using that stove. I would like to thank each and every one of you for joining me. Thank you so much for your support over the past year, and we will talk with you again soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.